Welcome to a PIAMINDSET talk, episode 1. So today, I just got back from my grandma's house, and something I struggle about is that my consistency in order to do anything really. I was in the car with my whole family, my dad, my mom, and my 2 siblings, and one thing I noticed so what happened is on our way to grandma's house, give all of us a TED talk, but it's more in an aggressive way because of how he felt disappointed or he felt helpless because we're not producing or we're not performing very well. And I admit I wasn't doing great for the past years, honestly, since high school. But I realized that the things I do wasn't 100% focused in school. That's why he's mad. But that's why he felt helpless because he thinks we're not going to succeed if we don't go to school. There's some truth in that, but there's many ways you can make money online or anything really. And I'm just here to document my whole thought process and how I'm going to implement things that I learned into action where I can allow myself to become a better person and how I can use my own system to help you guys. But it starts with yourself really and what's your mindset and how you should become a better person. And one of the ways you have to have is that vision within yourself, that you're gonna become successful, right? But my dad doesn't see that, and that's okay. He doesn't see it, but it's what you see in yourself. Don't see is what I do in my room, what I do when I'm in college, what I do when he's not around. And to be honest, when I'm around him, I try to spend as much time, family quality time, especially with my sisters, since my sister goes to college or they go to school, like middle school and then college, while I'm in Rochester, New York for college. But this semester, I'm going to take a semester off so I can focus on what I need to do in order to become a better person. And in order for me to do that, I need to work on my habits. So what are my plans? Is I'm gonna wake up 4 in the morning, so I have to sleep around 10 or 9 to 10:30ish, and try to sleep and get a good quality sleep, and then wake up at 4:30ish, 4:30 to 4 to 5 o'clock in the morning. And what I do from there, I will go to the park and I will work out. Especially I'm an athlete, so I would work on shooting and playing basketball. So I need to work on my skill because I have upcoming tournaments. But what I'm trying to say is that I'm trying to build my habits where I can implement those skills that I learned from pretty much everything really, and just become a better person. How am I going to do that? So out there playing basketball or do some track and field where I'm working my sprints to become more explosive. Because my mindset really is, since I played basketball all my life, since I was middle school to high school-ish, to now I play basketball in a deaf league. And what I'm trying, really want to, ever since since I was a kid, I always loved basketball. Why? Because it allows me to connect with others and it allowed me to build relationship with one another. And of course, there's a lot of people that come up to me like, "You're so good at basketball, so how you do that?" And I realized that from that point on, that shows me that I am good at what I do in basketball. And I teach other people how to drills I do or what I do on a daily basis to improve myself because it's not overnight. Nothing is built overnight. You work every single day, right? Because in life, if you really want to get something, really want to improve yourself, you have to do it on a consistent daily basis because if you're not consistent, then you're take one step forward, right? And then the next day, or like 10 step forward, right? And then one day later, you stop doing it. Then you take half of that. So you have 5 step forward actually. So you don't want to backtrack. You want to keep going forward and forward. And to be honest, you just gotta get yourself started. Because I didn't want to film this. Since last year, I was scared to speak to the camera. Until recently, like 2 months ago, I started speaking to the camera. And I'm starting to build confidence of how I speak to the camera. And I'm really learning how to become a better person and how the past couple of years I was not 100% where I can improve myself. All I did was play basketball and just train basketball and just talk to girls and just surround myself with people that's not going to help me grow. That's another thing. You need to have people that's going to help you grow or force you to grow. And my dad was saying, like, to find a mentor. And one of the mentors I found online, and he's really teaching me how to like own life and how he can teach online coaches to monetize based on their passions. And that really taught me like I really want this. I want to build a business where with my own passion, which is basketball, and teach with others. And how am I gonna do that is probably want to, I don't know actually. See the thing when you say you don't know, that's something you need to figure it out. That's something you gotta research for yourself to the point where you know what you want to do. And this sucks when you don't know what you want to do. But it all starts with my habits really. So I want to read a couple things of my notes that I took from earlier since I was very frustrated with myself and how I felt like shit when my dad was talking about my performance of my schooling a couple years till now. So I said hello. I am documenting my own life and really see how much I progress each day. Today I have been angry not because of dad, but at myself because I don't know what it's like to be struggle. The thing is, my dad said I didn't know how to struggle, meaning like get things handed to me. Like anything I want, I pretty much get handed 90% of the time. And I'll be honest, it's true. I didn't know how to struggle because the things I want is like experience. I don't care about the materialistic stuff, but I wanted to experience. So last year I went to Italy to study abroad, and I did well in that because if I didn't do well in study abroad, then obviously I'm just fail, and I would not feel good, or I didn't have a great time over in Italy. And sometimes the environment is what improved me well. But going back to what my dad said about struggle, he is right in some ways, but he is also wrong in some ways because there's time where I struggle, like in basketball, I struggle to dribble or I struggle to shoot because of how my form is off the next day. And I had to tweak myself to figure out what my struggles and how I can improve from it. But my dad was trying to say is that I don't know how to struggle in terms of making money. And I understand he want me successful where I can make my own money. And to the point where now I feel like his expectation has to be a lot lower. And I don't want that because his expectations now is thinking like get a job now. And of course that's where I felt like I don't want to get a job. I want to be my own boss. I want to be myself who I can reap my own benefit instead of working and they are reaping their own benefits from me. You understand? The worst thing he said is that he does not see me succeed, especially how I am the oldest and I'm supposed to lead my siblings to become successful, but I'm not successful myself yet. I'll be honest, like habits should be improved by stop consuming, watching Netflix or squeaking, whatever. I should be reading, which I did. I read my Entrepreneurship from David Ransom, good book, to where I can learn how to build my own business. And instead of jerking off, work out, work on your body. Instead of jerking off to some porn, some shit that's not gonna benefit you in anything. Pleasure is not good for you, actually. Instead of playing video games, document your own life. Tell stories about yourself. Because in video games, you really want to level up in that game, right? That's what you want to do in real life. You want to level up in your own life. How? By documenting yourself on what you do, on what action you take, and how do you improve yourself. And that's one thing that really stuck up with me. Life is basically like a video game. If you want money, make some money, right? If you really want anything in life, if you really want to improve your physique, you gotta work out, get those reps in. It's like playing Call of Duty, how you get better at shooting. You get your reps in shooting, right? And I say it's very important for actions I take to become successful. Those little things that we do in life is really important because Those little things what's gonna project to the bigger things, and how your mindset will set. Like when you're starting out, your mindset will be like, oh, I'm not used to it. I don't like being comfortable. I don't like this. It's too uncomfortable. But you gotta learn how to be comfortable in uncomfortable situation. And when you get the groove going on, like that's when you start building a habit. It takes 21 days, I believe so, to build a habit. And once you build that habit, there's gonna be times where you feel like, oh, I don't want to do this, but your discipline is already there, and you just gotta put your willpower to do it. And it will be a lot easier as you go on. Just like what I told you about how I didn't like talking on camera, but now I'm going smooth with it, and I'm just now I got with the flow and how I can speak to myself, to you. And all my life, my dad would give me so much advice for me. I would do the opposite, especially in high school. I kid you not, I was bad. Not, I'm not. I didn't do any drugs. I didn't drink, drugs, smoke, anything. So I already at the level where that might be a problem for you, but for me, I'm doing great. I never drank. I never smoked. I actually drink like time. That's it. Soju, beer, and cocktail. That's it. Oh, and wine. So 4 times. Really, you just gotta. So the reason why I'm documenting my life is so I can see how much I progress from today till the day I become successful. So really, this is for like version. This is for my future self, watching myself, because I know that one day when I'm successful, myself will be watching. Wow, I wonder what he would be like. But right now, I'm wondering what he's like. We all have that vision where we see our best version, right? And I'm trying to create my own identity where I can build myself to become the best version of myself. And how you can do that is just basically by habits. But you cannot just to be consistent for 1 week, and then next week you just flop it off. You just flop. You can't do that. You have to be consistent on a daily basis, honestly. Even if it's this little, at least you did something. Not all the time it's gonna be like this. It's not gonna be like this, right? It's gonna be like this. The high, low. Right now, I'm at the low. But it's okay. Because that gave me the motivation to do what I need to do, become what I need to become successful. I understand that my dad's frustrated. But guess what? It's not gonna be like that forever. What he just told me, that's what I needed. On the way back here, I felt like shit. I didn't even look at my phone. I didn't even do anything. All I did is journal. This is what I did. I journal. I'm gonna show you. The first time, right? And then the second time when you spoke to me earlier. So you just gotta. I'm journaling my own life where you guys can see and learn from my own mistake, because my mistake is just wow, it's awful. But not only that, if you really want to get a mentor, which I'm planning to get a mentor where I need to become successful, I can learn their mistakes. You don't want to learn from your mistake. You're taking a long route. So there's 2 ways to pay. With time in order to learn something, right? Or pay with out of your pocket to learn from someone. So someone's mistakes. We prefer pay out of the pocket because it saves us time. And they already experienced it, and you want to use what they're experienced and how we can build our business with our experience, and that would create this true business you want, or this business model you want to build. And honestly, like for me, I'm spending with so much time ever since I was 17, 16. I graduated from high school at age 16. No, a lot, 17. But I went to college at 17. My mindset was different from 3 years ago to now. I'm 20 now. Did I learn anything from school? No, besides personal finance. That's pretty much all I learned. But I just realized that how can I improve my shooting? How can I improve my dribbling? How can I improve my defense? He had a passion of the best version of himself in terms of basketball. What happened to him? I was still on that grind until I got back here during this summer. And that was a life moment change because I knew the fact that I failed in my school, that I'm going to feel like shit, and that My dad's gonna be on my ass and he's gonna be pissed off. But guess what? He wasn't even pissed off. He felt helpless. And that hurt me the most. I didn't like how he felt helpless. I didn't like that. I think I'm gonna go get a job. But you guys are not gonna see me around that much. Do you think I want that? No. I don't want my dad to get a job. He was a firefighter, but now he's retired. And he's gonna go back to work? No. Worse about that, his body is already failing. His knees hurting. He can't even do barely a squat. I don't know what kind of condition he has with his knee, but he's getting old. It's my turn now. It's my turn to bring this family on my back. How am I going to do that? It all starts with my habits. It all starts with what I need to do in order to become successful. You do, but you're too afraid to take that first action, that first step. You have to figure it out. I'm just pissed off how my dad's on my ass, honestly. But I don't regret it. I'm thankful for what he did. I'm thankful. Because like God telling me, get your ass back together. I be on it. I've been slacking off for the past weekend. Why? Because I started watching Netflix. I started playing video games. God said, oh, hell no. Wake up 4 in the morning like you did. Sir, yes, sir. Right? So another thing that I learned is that when I want to create this content, I gotta tell you a story. That 17-year-old boy, very egotistical, thinks he know it all. Why? Because he's so good at basketball, and he gets so much compliment from other people, and he will be like, so what if you're so good? Has a lot of attitude. That boy, I'll be honest, he won a championship in this basketball league, and that gave him so much confidence. And that's just so egotistical. I said that, right? But you don't want that. You want to be someone, I wouldn't say everyone loved it. There's some people that hated it, right? Because of how I act. It wasn't really good. You don't want to be someone who's egoistical and especially know it all. You think you know it all, but you don't know everything. That's the truth. I don't even know how to speak Spanish. Gotta be humble. I'm learning. But in order to be humble, how can I become humble? Do something that you don't know. But you gotta be curious to know about something. Like in basketball, yes, I'm very egoistical, but why? But every time I'm in practice or playing basketball with my friends or my teammates, I always ask them with curiosity. So how you do like best moves? I'll steal the moves. I'll ask them, oh, what moves is that? How you do that? They will show me and I'll steal it like my own. And they'll be like, what the fuck? Since when you know how? Because you taught me. They taught me how to do it. I'm so good at copying people's moves. I'm so good at it. What they do, I can do it. As long as they teach me how to do it, or even my observation skills. I can just observe, got it, just like that. So you want to do is really like and take in and be very open-minded. So when they teach you, you be like, oh wow, and give them a little compliment because that allows them to feel they have pride in themselves. So when you love teaching, I tell you that they love telling about themselves, and that's something where you wanna, if you really wanna talk to people, you wanna solve their problem, or you wanna come them to the point where they feel good. That's what you want to do. And last thing, or another thing is never stop learning because that will take you further in life than you expect yourself to. Life is a once in a time, and cherish every moment with good and bad. Embrace that shit and use it as guidance for yourself to adjust what is working and not working. But you have to want it that bad to the point where you go crazy if you miss this much, where you get like tweak off your result that you should have. You have to be obsessed with anything you do. I was so obsessed with basketball, I didn't give a fuck about school. Everything my dad told me that went one year to the other year because it relates to school. I don't give a fuck about school. But every time he talks about basketball, I'm listening. I kid you. That's how I was. I was obsessed with basketball. Basketball. But now I'm at the stage where basketball is not where I need to be. So I'm gonna take all my skills that I learned from basketball, like focus, my work ethic, my vocal skills, or my leadership skills, and being a great teammate. Take all that into a business I want to build. So that focus on action that's going to help me grow. How I can lead you to become successful. I forgot the other two. Sorry. But what I'm trying to say is that those skills I just told you, you need to implement it in yourself. Really go out there and become the best version of yourself. I'm on the same journey with you. Come to my journey. Really. Come join my journey. You'll see me everywhere. You'll see me online everywhere. Just and how you think it's gonna how we can work on this together. And let me know what's your habits that you have right now and what you want to change about. Because I'm curious about you. Whoever is watching this, I thank you. I'll be posting 3 times a week. Yeah. It's really grateful for God. I'll be honest, the past week I feel so good. I got to spend time with my family. And that was plenty enough for me, really, to the point where my dad had feelings that take me off, and I really brought me back in the zone because now my family is not happy. So that's where I had to step in and work on myself to the point where I can help my family. And yeah, I love my family so much. I need to become better for my family. When you wish something, you just gotta make it happen. When you know you can, you will. This famous quote from my ASL interpreter back in middle school. She would say, you think negatively, just say this out loud in your head. I know I will. I know I can. Because the things I want, the things I would do, or the things I wouldn't want to do, you can. It all starts right here. All starts in your head, and now it's all about putting that head into, once again, this is the first PM Mindset talk, and you'll be seeing me a lot more. So I appreciate you watching my video. Hit that subscribe. Thank you.